What is up YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and in this video we're going to be showing the Epic Boss from Special Operations 14. For this Spec Ops, the Epic Boss is located in Mission 2, and it is Malakith. He is an infiltrator, and he's also going to require some of the most expensive deploys in Spec Ops history. So without further delay, let's go ahead and take a look at who's required. First up, you're going to need to deploy the character She-Hulk. She-Hulk, of course, will be the cheapest character needed, since she only costs 15 command points. But after that, it will get quite costly. The next character needed for deploy is Mockingbird, and I accidentally already clicked deploy on her right here, and they said if I aborted it, I would lose unstable ISO 8. But trust me, she is a character deploy for Mission 2, and you must make all deployments in order to make the Epic Boss appear. Mockingbird is going to cost you 200 command points. And lastly, you will need Valkyrie, and I believe she costs 200 command points as well. So that's a total of 415 command points needed, assuming you don't already have these characters. This is definitely a case where spending 25 gold to skip the task would be much easier than farming all of these command points. Now, just like any other Epic Boss, you're going to need to complete all of the battles or threats, and also complete all of the deploys. If you have done this correctly, there should be only one thing on the map, and that will be the Epic Boss Malekith. Well, actually, the only other things that may be on there is the exit icon, as well as the group boss. But there shouldn't be any regular threats or deployments. When you look at this battle, you see it's going to cost 20 unstable ISO 8, as well as 10 energy. There will be 3 waves of enemies. You'll have to fight Malakith twice, and also the team up is Heimdall. So it's pretty cool that we get to preview his abilities in this battle. And I for one think this character is really promising, so I can't wait to recruit him. On top of using Heimdall for this battle, I thought it was only fitting to use the brand new Mighty Thor costume. And since Malakith is an infiltrator, we're going to use the Scrapper version. So it's going to be 2 Asgardians versus a bunch of Dark Elves. In the bottom right hand corner, you can see the weapon that we have a chance to get. It's called the Darkness. It's going to hit all enemies and cause permeating gloom. This reduces attack and is also consumed by piercing haze for additional damage. The other debuff, Enveloping Shadows, reduces defense and evasion, stacks up to 3 times, and also drains stamina. So one of the best parts about this weapon is the fact that it reduces evasion. That could be incredibly useful in today's PvP environment. On our agent, we're equipped with both rewards from the PvP tournament, the armor as well as the mystic. The mystic will prevent debuffs on allies for the first round of combat, and the armor gives us an empowered ISO 8 slot, as well as the ability to proc combat reflexes. So we'll be able to counterattack even if there's not a tactician on the enemy team. And speaking of that ability, we're going to go ahead and use that first. It's called Quick Reflexes. Then we're going to use the Wrist Slinger on Malakith. And that's basically because we want to put Slowed and Weakened on him. With the Mighty Thor costume, we're able to get 3 stacks of might. So we're going to start with Inspire Bravery. Then we're going to attack the Infiltrator with Empowering Strike. This will cause a follow-up attack, so we'll gain a 3rd stack on our very first turn. What we'd like to do is use a Summon Thunder with 3 stacks of might, and try to wipe out an entire wave. Hopefully we'll get the opportunity, but I'm really not sure, especially since we do counterattack a lot. Speaking of counterattacks, I'm really happy that they fixed the Claw counterattack, because when it was doing just 3 to 10 damage, it was pretty pathetic. Next up is going to be Heimdall. So as soon as he gets a turn, we'll get to see some of his abilities. What we should probably do is start with that Quick Action ability, so we'll go ahead and use that first, and it'll hit all enemies. It has a chance to place off balance and win it on the opponents. And the best part is that buff, the Eternal Vigilant. This character now has the ability to prevent enemy attacks, and I'd love to see that in action. Next, we're using his level 9 ability that pretty much grants most of the buffs for Finest Hour. And it also transports us to the Bifrost Bridge, so that changes the background scenery. So that's pretty interesting. I really didn't know exactly what that was going to do. At this point in the battle, the Elf, as well as Malakith, are going to get multiple turns in a row. And I'm just going to rely on my agent's counterattacks. So just like that, we do finish the Dark Elf, and then Malakith should take quite a bit of damage as well. Unless he does attacks that are stealthy, which apparently that one was. Now we're going to go ahead and use the Light Fantastic on our team, and remove those debuffs as well as heal our team. With Thor, we could finish Malakith off with his level 1, but we don't want to waste those 3 stacks. So in order to save those for the next wave, we just went ahead and used his level 2. Now I'm hoping that Heimdall can finish off this wave, because I really don't want to wait around for 2 more attacks from the Epic Boss. I think that his level 1, especially with all those Finest Hour buffs, should do plenty enough damage. So let's go ahead and use that Epic Sword Swing with the funny name. The second wave of this battle just has 3 Dark Elves, so it is pretty easy. I predict that most of them will die to counterattacks, which is kind of unfortunate, because if Thor would have got the first turn, I would have just used Summon Thunder and killed them all instantly. Right now my agent has all those Finest Hour buffs, so his counterattacks are going to do quite a bit of damage. He only needed his Brawl to take out that first elf. Now let's see what happens with this one. First off, he is a scrapper, so he's going to follow up attack. Luckily I do have a special empowered ISO 8, which gives us something called Yukemi, so we end up avoiding it. Then we're going to do a double counterattack if needed, but the retractable claw was all that was needed. Now since we know these elves can pretty much be killed with a counterattack, we're going to take this opportunity to use Improbability Fill. So if you thought we had a lot of buffs before, now it's just insane. At this point I think we're as ready as we can be to go in that final wave against Malakith. Alright, so let's see if we do counterattack and finish this elf. First off, he uses Elusive and turns into a blaster. Then our agent protects against his attack and evades due to the toolkit. So I guess it's up to Thor to finish wave 2. Now moving on to the final wave of the battle. You will face a lone Malakith with about 30,000 HP. Our agent dodges his first attack and counters with a retractable claw. For the boss's next attack, he uses Shadow Flurry, which I believe was stealthy. This attack apparently applied Weakened and Blinded to our characters. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a Lost Page. I really want Thor to be able to hit the boss and do as much damage as possible, and he may miss if he's blinded. So by using a Lost Page, we will erase all the debuffs on our team. Now on Mighty Thor's turn, we're going to use Inspire Bravery. Then we're going to use his single target attack, Hammer Throw. I am expecting to do quite a bit of damage here, and it looks like it will finish the battle. So that's going to be it for our fight with the Epic Boss of Mission 2 in Spec Ops 14. Now let's go over and see the roulette wheel and hopefully win that weapon. Some of the other items on the roulette include mischievous lockboxes. So we have the standard CP rewards, the weapon darkness, 3 or 5 mischievous lockboxes. Hopefully we get something pretty good from this spin. So here goes nothing. We end up getting 3 command points and just missed the weapon. So that just about wraps this video up. For the next video we will have the first 11 tasks of the task list. We will also have a Moon Knight review as well as a Mighty Thor and PvP action video. So stay tuned for that. Lastly, I want to thank you all for watching and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Good luck in the current Spec Ops, and also, please take care.